Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, where we talk all things Manchester United. Unfortunately, I don't want to be here doing the show, even though it is great to see all of the lovely regulars in the chat. Big up to anyone who's new, who is watching this. Big up to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. Will INEOS keep Erik Ten Hag for next season? That is going to be the main topic of conversation on today's live stream. And I did this yesterday, before I even seen the news today. Well, before the news came out in regards to De Zerbi. They're saying De Zerbi could be the favorite to take over if INEOS do indeed target. Well, if INEOS decide to get rid of Ten Hag. I take all information. I take all this information and all news with a pinch of salt, because we're gonna hear conflicting reports from now all the way up until the end of the season and all the way through the summer. We've already heard reports that Ten Hag's staying. Then we've heard reports saying Ten Hag is definitely leaving. Then we've seen reports saying they're 50-50. Most people are guessing. That's what I will say. Most people are guessing. But first and foremost, make sure you run up the likes. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. Big up to all the audio listeners as well, Spotify, iTunes, etc. Please make sure you share across all the socials at That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. That's at That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter, X, Instagram. So please retweet, like, share, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV, because it is rolled to 11K people. Rolled to 11K. We're like 7 or 8 off. So big up to everyone who is currently tuned in. My like Ivorian is also in the building. My Don, what are you telling me? You good?
I'm good, my brother, man. It's a nice sunny day in London, you know. That's the only thing sunny about my life right now as a Manchester United fan. But apart from that, flawless, man.
That being said, you know what I'm saying? That being said, your life, like you said, that's the only thing sunny in your life. But hey, Ivorian, it could be worse, because you could have said this dumb shit.
By the way, can I just say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
I big up the panel. And that being said, people, the 16 out of 10 t-shirts are now available to purchase, people. You heard me correct. The 16 out of 10 t-shirts now are available to purchase. Link is in the pinned comment. It is sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. That is sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. Link is in the pinned comment. You got 2 great designs, 4 different colors at the great price of £16.10. Only available in the UK currently, but we will be putting it out worldwide, people. Like I stated, 2 different designs, 4 different colors. You've got black and white, you've got white and black, you've got blue and white, and you've also got red and black, people. So for those that were asking, 16 out of 10 t-shirts are now available. The 16 out of 10 merchandise is now available. All information is on the site in regards to help, questions, and queries. And love to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. But yeah, back to the show as well. Speaking of 16 out of 10, he's here. He says, I hate you, Flawless. Hey, don't blame you. Hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can do. Hate yourself. That's what it is. Big up to Eli. Says big up Flawless in the panel. Do you guys really think INEOS will keep Ten Hag for the rest of the season and beyond, or do they have a game plan as to which manager they want to go with? We'll get to this in a second, Eli, but that is a great question. Big up to AJB. Big up to Jordan S, who says, LOL, the shirts dropped. Yes, the t-shirts are out. Big up to you, Jordan SH, as well in the chat, who says big up the panel and chat. Nah, man, the reason why I didn't open with the 16 out of 10, because I already knew that Ryan was going to say some dumb shit or someone was going to say something. That's what it is. And to Noble, who says, what is this 16 out? Have you just got here? What is this 16 out of 10 thing? LOL. If you don't know what this 16 out of 10 thing is, Noble, I got you, my guy.
By the way, can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
I big up the panel. So there you go, Noble. That's exactly what the 16 out of 10 thing is. And to Jordan S, who says, those are nice. Wish I was in the UK. They will be available for worldwide shipping. I think we put Friday. I think we said the 22nd. Check the site. All the information is on the website, which is sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. That is sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. Link is in the pinned comment as well. Noble? Glad that you now know what it is exactly. Like I said, will be available worldwide as well. Big up to my guy Jez in the chat. Also, Let's see what else you lot are saying before we do indeed get to Eli's question. Please keep all your comments and questions. Manchester United, all 16 out of 10 related, please, people. Make sure you do.
Oh, Ryan, you will never get old, fam. I remember this 10 years time, bro. 10 years time. 100%. I still remember this. It's never going to get old. It's going to run for the whole season, man.
Oh, yeah, man. We running this forever, like nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This is going nowhere. He said, oh, I can't wait till it's over. It's never dying. This will follow you to the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? This is following you to the afterlife. Big up also Leon in the court. Yes, Leon, what are you telling me, family? You good?
Leon had to put his shades on.
Man, we're here.
Hey, Leon, what's those 16 out of 10 shades saying, bro?
Yo, UK summer, my bro. These are some cheap things, but you know what? They're Prada to me. So that's how we roll, isn't it? But yeah, I'm all good. What are you not saying?
Yeah, man. All blessed, fam. Just getting into the show. You already know, man. You already know. And Eli, yeah, I'll get back to this because this is a good question. So he says, do you guys think INEOS will keep Ten Hag for the rest of the season and beyond, or do they have a game plan as to which the manager they want to go with? I would love to assume that they're a sensible organization and a sensible outfit, and the logical thing is to do is to remove Ten Hag. However, I have no evidence, Eli, so I can't judge it and base it off of anything else previously. So I can only judge it and go, you lot are competent and logical people. You're people who are paid very well to do your job. And I keep saying this, INEOS are on the clock. All the questions anybody has about them, all the questions I have about INEOS will be answered over this summer. All questions. Before a ball's even kicked, forget success on the pitch. Forget results on the pitch. What are you doing beforehand? This will let me know whether you lot are serious or you're just here just to say you own Manchester United. Do you actually want to be successful, or is it just great on your CV? Is that a great flex? Is that a 16 out of 10 flex where you can just go, yeah, I own Manchester United?
Yeah, stop.
This is too much. It's too much. Look what he just said about you.
And Ryan, Ryan, listen, I never claimed they were 16 out of 10, so that's your word, not mine.
Ryan, and you backed him. You said, I don't want to hear this no more.
Yeah, Leon, since he said that, do you want me to run the clip, Leon? I got you.
No, because you've been backing him.
Yeah, Ryan, let's play it. I think I'm ready now. It's taking me a few weeks.
Yeah.
I got you.
By the way, can I just say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Word has it, Jan still hasn't moved. Big up the panel.
And that's the reason why
I didn't even know you could still hear people through the thing. I can hear Flawless talking.
Yeah, I'm muting myself. You can unmute yourself. And like Daniel said, get your 16 out of 10 merch here, people. You see it right there. sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com, man. Yeah, man. The t-shirts are there, man. sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com, people. £16.10. You already know.
Link in the video description.
Yeah, it's in the pinned comment, fam. It's also underneath in the description as well. It's also underneath in the description, so check it out, people. All the information is on the site. But yeah, back to your question, Eli, all jokes aside, yeah, INEOS, I keep saying this, are on the clock. Omar Barado, everybody else, technical director who we get, director of football, recruitment, everybody is on the clock. And if they go with Ten Hag, that lets me know that they are not serious. If they have not already identified who the next manager is, if they've not already picked a style before, you know what I'm saying, we even get to the manager and a manager to fit said style and players who fit that style who are currently at the club and who they're getting rid of, they need to be planning for next season already. I know it's only the 16th of April. That's why we launched, because it's the 16th. But like,
and I just clocked it, £16.10 as well. You actually did.
And Ryan's going to get 16.10% of that cut as well.
Yeah, getting 60. Yeah, 1.6%.
You're not getting 16.10% of that commission.
He's getting 1.6%. That's what he is.
It's his idea.
No, how much is postage? Is postage £1.60 as well? Is that how you're moving?
Nah, you know what? I tried to do that. No, but you know what? It's also delivery is up to 6 business days. I tried to do 6 to 10, but it didn't allow it 2:10, so I had to just put 6. Hey, Jez, I got you, man. Don't worry, Jez. I got you, Jez. You ain't far, man. I'll pattern you. Don't worry about that. I got you, family. Don't worry about that. But yeah, with back to Ten Hag, they already need to be steps ahead and already planning for short-term future and medium-term future with this. Like I said, I wrote this title before I seen the news today in regards to De Zerbi potentially being the favorite if we do indeed part ways. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what go on, but they're on the clock. Ivorian, what are you saying about it? Do you believe Ten Hag will be manager next season. I can't see logically how he is personally, so I'm gonna say no. He's
logically, absolutely, I can't see it because I've tapped out time ago at the end of last year, September, begging for this guy to get removed because I no longer believe they could fix the problems that we were seeing from August all the way to the end of September. Yeah. But then again, you look at INEOS right now. Yes, I didn't see the news of the Zerbi or like, AKA who I call the Zebra because I'm still not entirely convinced about him. Yeah, I never saw that news. But prior to that, the news that came out, the circulation, us being linked with Gareth Southgate, and of course, the other guy as well, the other Englishman that was at Chelsea. I keep forgetting his name. Graham Potter himself. Yeah. When we was being linked with that, that made me sit back and think, wow, is INEOS really doing this Brexit thing? This is a Brexit Avengers Assemble where they're trying to get the best of in all position for all the Brexit mans and a Brexit manager, just so that we can have that British core installed into Manchester United from staff, even also the playing team. I wasn't feeling that at all. So that made me think, I don't know about INEOS, you know, if they're really going for this Graham Potter and also Gareth Solskjaer, who we've been heavily linked with for so far. The situation that we face now with Ten Hag, with them, wherever they will keep him. I have read in the past, Flawless, that INEOS will like to see what it's like with Ten Hag, with full support, with a great structure behind him, because they feel like he didn't have that prior to them coming into ownership of Manchester United. Yeah, but now you look at things and you're thinking, raw man, seriously, things are getting bad week in, week out. Players are clearly are not playing for this guy anymore, and you'll be thinking, it's about time you get rid of him and maybe use his assistant manager to just be a caretaker manager. But there's still no news that they have vote of confidence or they doubt that they will be, because they haven't said anything. They've given us no clarity of the future. They just keep us guessing. And then the manager does what he does in the press conference by stating that he's already planning with INEOS in etc., which he has to say, you know, just because you're not going to say, yeah, nah, man, I'm not planning with them. They're going to sack me. That's unheard of. So in my own opinion, I just don't know when it comes to INEOS. I don't know for keeps. So I will say 50-50 in this situation. The reason why I'm saying 50-50, because we're not getting nothing from them. And the managers that we've been linked to, I don't know about them, man. I'm still doubting the managers that we're being linked to. I just don't feel like they will be the manager that will take us to the next level, or what suits Manchester United, yeah? And on top of that, we still haven't sorted out the back office, the back of the house, and etc. And we don't even know if Beretta was a person that was looking at Erik Ten Hag prior to Erik Ten Hag coming into Manchester United, and probably thought he was a good manager. And he probably, like, for example, if Pep Guardiola was to leave, maybe that's who would have been looking for if he was still at Ajax. Yeah, we don't know what is Beretta's personal opinion of Erik Ten Hag. So again, it's down to him, and whether he feels that he's the best person to steer this new project of Manchester United. We don't know, man. I'm still 50-50 on it, man. I would like to say, yeah, get rid of him, because I believe they should, but I don't know. It's this whole linked with the guy. It's the Gareth Solskjaer situation that really puts me off. It puts me off and makes me think, now these motherfuckers are here just to own Manchester United. They don't really care about Man United. They don't want to be the best of the best. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm indecisive in this current situation right now. As we get closer, maybe ask me later on towards the end.
Yeah, I get you, because this is going to be a topic of conversation for the rest of the season, and definitely once the season finishes, because the rumors are going to be going crazy. They are. Leon, what are you saying in regards to it, though? Do you think they will keep him on for next season?
No, I don't think they will. But what the reality will be what it will be, innit? Like, if that makes sense. I think
we know what you mean.
Yeah, it will be what it will be. What it will be.
What it will be, but
I'm the one who said to United fans, like, the worst case scenario is that they give him another year. Actually, the worst case scenario is that they bring Southgate in and say that what did I say before that? Who's linked to Southgate? Who's worked with Southgate? Is it Barada's worked with? He's not worked with him before,
No, it's that Ashworth with the England team.
There was something else. There was something else I was thinking. Yeah, and they try and spin some PR to us saying that, like, yeah, Omar Barada believes that he's got traits of he could replicate what Pep Guardiola does in his own way. That's the worst. That's when it's like time to find another sport. But I don't know. Like they could do the scenario I see where they keep him is where they haven't finalized the manager that they want yet. Maybe there's a complication to do with like a period of time between them leaving their old job and maybe not coming through. Maybe they're trying to wait for. I mean, is that if you were to hire somebody in the summer and then you were to hire somebody towards Christmas, do you save much money? I don't think you really do. So I don't think it really makes a massive difference. Because I'm trying to think of like players. You know, when players go into like January and you get them cheaper, but it just wouldn't work like that. I just don't think they're going to do it at the end of the day. And to be honest with you, Ivorian, I kind of disagree with you in some of in the aspects of Potter in that, because Potter's not the ideal manager that I want, but he can definitely take this team up to top 4. I don't look at Chelsea as a team that defines what he can do. I just look at it as because it's worked with some club. Do I think that Potter is the most amazing manager and that he's going to dominate Premier Leagues with us? No. Do I think he can coach these players and get more out of them and create a system? Yes, because even De Zerbi benefited from the foundation Potter left. So I'm not going to disrespect him as a coach, but I just feel like he isn't the right one for us. I feel like I'm happy. I said it a while ago. Me and Trapp's talking. I'm happy to have someone I don't know. I really am. Yeah, someone I've never heard of before.
That's where I'm at with it. I don't want
players that I don't know as well. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm with that. I am with that. I've said that. Bring me someone who's like, who's this guy? We have to do. Like I want him to have something on his CV, but something like we don't know him like that. In regards to, we have to do our research, do our due diligence, and see what's going on. In regards to how he's his style of play, for example, what he's won, how he's dealt with controversy.
But even when it comes to what they've won, sometimes you got to give some managers a chance to bridge the gap and show they can perform at a high level. Like Ange Postecoglou come from what, Melbourne? Was it Melbourne FC? Was it
Melbourne? Yeah. He was at Celtic last season.
He's shown like that's a big step up, you know.
Yeah, it is. But what I like about him is I'm guessing this. I believe he won something at Celtic, even though it was only the Scottish.
Oh yeah, he was at Celtic.
I'm cool with that. Like again, that is, I agree with you in regards to that is a step up. Celtic isn't the same as Spurs.
But if you see traits,
he done something at Celtic where you go, okay, I'll at least give you a chance, even if I don't know about you. You get an opportunity. That's where it's at. You don't have to have won. I'm not saying I've won a Champions League. Run me a Conference League, a Europa League, something, even a domestic cup in your country.
League and
even like it doesn't have to be something major, just something where you go, at least you've won something.
It goes back to what me and you talk about, Flawless. It's the same mindset of bringing in a player that's 10, 15 million quid and you go, nah, I think he can perform at a higher level. I watched that kid who signed from Burnley over to Leverkusen the other day. And that's a prime example. 20 million quid. What was his name? Nathan Weller or something like that. Is it Weller? It's Nathan Weller, I think. So he's on the other side from Florian Wirtz. He plays like in similar to ahead of Frimpong or Frimpong's position. He looks good. He looks good. Like, he looks okay. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think we've been too privileged with the names of Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho. I never talk about Oli. I mean, he's just a blip in there. You can't really put him in there.
He's a Men in Black moment.
But he did well. He did well with the ability that he had and what he achieved. If you came in and you said, Oli's going to get top 2 and then he's going to make it to finals and stuff, you'd be like, him. My man, what's he done before? You know what I mean? Like, he did it. He scored 100. The front line scored 100 goals. So I never had the expectation that Oli was going to be good, by the way, because I was like, what's he done before? Like, he's not. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think for me, this is a big few weeks for us. If they decide to keep him and they try to spin some PR to us saying that he's not had his players, because it's such a flawed argument. It's unbelievable. It's such an unbelievably poor argument. Who did we play? We drew to. Who did we play?
We just come and play Bournemouth.
Yeah, and the stats.
See, that's how much Leon just doesn't care what's going on.
Yeah, he's checked out. Chat said he checked out already, man.
I checked out.
Man, we're shades to the podcast. He don't want to see in his eyes no more.
Yeah. I've been checked out. Like, we've got a couple games that left that I actually genuinely care about. But carry on.
No, I was just saying with the Bournemouth game. What we were talking about the other day, I was watching. I think it was Sides the other day, and they were saying about. That team has had loads of injuries. So that's to start off with. Like, you're playing against some of Bournemouth's not bench and stuff like that, but they still played a system and style. Rance was saying that they passed the ball within like 3 passes continuously, like 3-4 passes in our box, 3-4 passes. So it's like, I'm just bored of hearing we need to keep him because he hasn't got the players that he wants. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, but I haven't seen, like, if I could see a style whereby McTominay, Amrabat was struggling, but you could see what they were trying to do, but they just couldn't do it. But I can't see them trying to do something, but just can't do it. I just can't see anything. So I think for me, it's on INEOS. I mean, that I will lose massive respect and all belief in them if they decide to spin some PR to me in the summer. And to be honest with you, that's us finished, guys. If they try and PR this thing, we just have to sit back and the club's finished. There's no...
And we know the truth. All of it was a lie. We know that INEOS themselves was just here just to get a piece of the pie. You know, they were never really serious about it. I keep saying it now, like, it's taking so long for this takeover to happen. It's taking so long to bring in the people that is meant to come in when we have a big summer ahead. We'll look at the situation, waiting for people with their bloody garden leave and striking deals when you should be just getting them in regardless of what's going on, man. Like, we need fixing right now. We need new people installed in their job right now, not in May, not in June, not in July when things are already starting to, the transfer market's already activated. We need people right now to come in. Like, people have left our role and it's been vacant for months. The CEO role is vacant. The director of football role is probably now vacant. Yeah. The head of recruitment has been vacant for time. How are we planning and strategizing? You know, I've read stuff like Manchester United have held talks with Frimpong. Yeah. Concrete talks. How? I know you're sending other people, but really and truly, get the people in and let's start our business.
I'm just hoping that it ties into, let's say it is Frimpong, for example, and we started concrete talks. Okay, he's the style we've picked, he fits. That would then make sense. If
they play free at the back, no?
But whether it's free at the back, no, it's a completely different system. But that's the point: is does he fit the style? Is what I'm saying. Like, we're just using Frimpong because Ivorian has mentioned him. But whoever the player is, I'm happy to Manchester United to approach players if the style has been picked. So the player is going to fit regardless of who the manager is. Because even if the first manager doesn't work, let's say we hire whoever in the summer and it doesn't work. If you have a set style, you then go get a manager who plays a similar style. So then that way, you don't have to get rid of all the players.
Exactly.
Because where our problem lies is we've had so many different styles that none of the players fit. That's the problem. Because Ten Hag's different to Oli. Oli is different to Mourinho. Mourinho is different to Van Gaal. So you got four different managers, 4 different players, sets of players from 4 different managers. That's where the mesh comes in rather than a continuity, even if it's not working. But again, this is the big question. Will they pick that? Will they pick a style? Pick one. That's where I'm at with it. Pick one and stick.
I think we might have to be a bit more patient than what we think, because United fans are like obviously Ivorian was saying then they've had all this time in row. To be honest with you, bro, sometimes things in business take a little bit longer than what you think they should take. Like, for example, if you set up like a food business, I know bare people that have said, yeah, I'll be open in 6 weeks, and then it ends up being 12. Like, because like complications, suppliers, this food health check needs doing. Oh, look, we ripped the floor up and that needs redoing again. And oh yeah, look, there's no gas. We need to move the pipe here. And do you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not letting them off, but I don't know what people's expectation is for next season, because I think we're going to go for quite a big transition next season. And I think it could, I don't think it'll get worse. Like, I think league position wise, it could be the same, but performance-wise could get better. I just feel like I think it's going to take a little bit longer. I think this player's going to be here a little bit longer who we don't want here. I feel like,
of course,
there's still going to be structural things thingy. And if they turn around and they have a clear plan and it's not going to be the end of the season, even though I think it should be, and they do it 3-4 months later, but it's the right decision, I'm just going to wait, because I just don't think next season's going to be anything. I don't think it's just going to be like new manager, top 4, these load of players in. I think we're still going to be left with like.
We're still going to have at least 6 players.
People really think
this season.
I get what you're saying, but because that's most fans, and you are right in that sense. That's why I've spoken so much about off the pitch. This is why I've not spoken about what I want the next manager to do in regards to league.
You want the first,
in regards to challenging, in regards to foundation. Have we got a platform to succeed first and foremost? Because guarantee if we have a platform and just have a set system and a set style, with the money we spend, we'll be okay. When I say we'll be okay, I'm talking about we'll get into top 4 on accident. Look at how bad the season's been, and yet we're still in contention.
We could have been there with another 10. How many points is
Look
it?
how bad it is.
Another 10 points. Just another 10 points.
Even like 8 points, and we beat a couple of them teams.
8 points. Look at the daft points we've dropped, and we're 10 points. It might be 13 now. So let's say it's 10, 13, whatever it is. When you look at the daft points we've dropped this season, we're not asking for miracles to say, you know what, take more than 1 point from 6 against Bournemouth. That's what we're asking for. Hey, run me 4. Run me a win at Old Trafford and even a draw away at them. That's
what's
the
top 2? Have they even hit 70 points yet? It's quite a really poor performing league at the moment. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
That's what it is. Like everything else will fall into place with a system because it's only us and Chelsea.
I'll be real with you. I'm kind of agreeing with what Nuruddin's starting to say out here, and it's like we'd rather spend the budget on clearing players out than actually bringing a whole new exciting squad in. Me personally,
I'm 83.
I'd rather clear like 6, 7, 8 players out, bring in some people that you like, a Ross Barkley, a £10 million kid, a 20 million kid, a 30 million quid, and then have like a. What I want to do is I want to see a foundation at the end of the season where I'm like, me and you will speak about it today, Flawless. We can slot the gems in 12, 18 months time, or 8, 12. I'm not that bothered about. We have to sign Branthwaite because we think he's the perfect position and we think he's going to last 6 years. I'm not really bothered about that because we don't have a. It's wasted money, in my opinion. I feel like we just need to make sure we've got a competent team. Like we've got a Man United team that's scared of the ball. Let's start there.
Yeah.
And then let's move on to who you want in certain positions. Yeah.
And with Branthwaite, I have no issue with us. It depends on why we're trying to sign him. If we're signing Branthwaite just because it's an individual and it's like
try and solve the whole problem,
no, Branthwaite should be the profile you're looking for. Because if we don't get Branthwaite, there should be other centre backs on the list that do what he does in terms of profile, even if you don't think he's as good. Like I'm not watching Branthwaite like that.
I'm not sold.
I'm from what I've seen, it's only in small parts. I'm not sold. But the point I'm making, Ivorian, is let there be a clear plan for him. So we are signing Branthwaite not because of the name Branthwaite. It's simply because the profile fits. What he's good at, we want as centre backs. Cool. Because then you can get the best out of him. We've watched how I say all the time, 2024, never more before has football been a system game. So that's why you see players who are not that good in regards to individual. Put them in the right.
This is what we're seeing every week play against us. We're seeing it every week play against us.
Yeah. Klopp had that with Jordan Henderson. What are we doing out here? Jordan Henderson in PFA Player of the Year shouts, in Champions League finals, back to back, and in Premier League title races. Nobody here rates Jordan Henderson as an individual. Well, you know what Klopp did?
If you think about what I just said as well, sorry to talk to you. Think about what I just said about let's start with keep the ball. Let's just say next season, we're playing more in the opposition's half, but listen to what I'm saying. We're playing more in the opposition's pass, not trying to rush to get to the goal and counter because there's space there. We're playing our way in, but then players make mistakes when we end up conceding goals. I can take that because I can say like, right, they're actually trying to play their way into the box. They're actually doing triangles. They're actually linking up like. When you look at, and I've spoke about this all season, when you look at us when we get to the final third of the pitch when we're attacking the goal, there's no comfortability to play the ball into the box. There's never any 1-2s, really rarely. There's never any like they cut back a little bit, but not consistently. There's no working it into the box. There's no chilling with it at the top of the box, creating opens and drawing the opposition out. There's no comfortability. So if we just start there, even if you've got players that you're like, I don't really rate him and he gives the ball away a little bit. But that's better than, is it not better than having Bruno just going Hail Mary all the time? Like it is better, isn't it? Like it creates more confidence. You're going to start building it in. And like, I also think the manager should go because we're hearing him say, I execute through the rhythm of matches. No. I want to see what you do on the training ground. I really want to see what someone does. Yeah. I've been watching the City documentary. I'm about 3 episodes in. Yeah. I know we're not City, miles off in that. Yeah. But the way Pep understands the club and all that, just it's. I know there are rivals, but it's very inspirational. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Like it's.
No, I've not watched it.
Oh, bro!
I've not watched it, but I could imagine. And here the thing is, City like
he
that.
knows exactly what to say. He knows how to manage each place. You just need a little bit.
And the thing is, all 3 of us here can watch any player across the world and go, all right, he fits what City are trying to do, or he doesn't. Easy. We can watch a player for 2-3 matches and go, oh yeah, you would fit at City, or you wouldn't fit at City, or same with Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. Oh, you fit what they're doing, or you're not. And I always use them as the example, even though they got battered yesterday. Sean Dyche at Everton. We could all pick a Sean Dyche player for Everton's team easily.
Easy, hard-working knee slides, McTominay.
Exactly, a player we don't rate, but when they was linked to McTominay, you go, that makes sense. Whereas with us, you have zero idea because we've been too busy going after names and going after individuals, and that's been the problem. Styles over names, it's profiles over names is the thing, and that's where I'm at with Braithwaite. Cool if you like Braithwaite because of what he does, but if you just think, oh, well, he's playing well at Everton, English, young centre-back, go and sign him, no. Because that's how you end up with the Harry Maguire situation.
But Flawless, I have that incline and feeling that that's what they're going for because he's English and British, and we've heard them say they want a core of British players. You know, that's why I think I don't know, but if they're going for him because of his profile or because of his passport, yeah, and what they want to replicate at Manchester United. I know. Jim Ratcliffe comes from that time where Manchester United were 70% of the team was British players, you know, players from England, Republic of Ireland, Scotland, Wales back then, and just a few foreigners, you know, that come into the first team. So I feel like he wants to replicate exactly what Fergie did and what it was like in the past. But you can't do that no more, man. You can't do that. You can't just come here and say we want. Yes, we want, because we want to have enough people to meet the quotas and we want to improve England's national team. But it doesn't mean that we have to have 70, 80% of our squad full of British players. It doesn't work like we know British players are not the best. We know English players are not always the best, and
that's why I'm not with this passport
and compete. So yeah, man, like, that's why I doubt him. I doubt them because of their where they want to go to. And one thing I have to say, Flawless, is they're so fixated on this Dan Ashworth guy. But again, there's plenty of better director of footballs out there, Flawless, that can do a way better job, that's achieved way more than Dan Ashworth, because his repertoire to me is not that fantastic. It's not fantastic enough to be demanding 20 million for a staff member, a non-playing staff. His repertoire is not amazing. Sorry, Brighton, yes, great. Went to Newcastle, did a job, but these are mid-table teams. Yeah, he's brought in some players, but I can't confidently say that he's the one that was responsible for bringing players like Caicedo, bringing players like McAllister, bringing other players that's at Liverpool. I mean, that's at Newcastle right now. I can't say that because we don't have the proof. Show me the evidence that he was the one that recommended these players. No, these players came when he was there. Doesn't mean that he was the guy that found them. Yeah, I mean, and you look at when he was at England's elite. For the development role. Sorry, man. Show me which English player that's great that came out under his stewardship and is great right now. Because I'm sorry, man. I'm not sold with this British staff members, man. The only person that I'm sold with is Paul Mitchell because he's done it.
Yeah, he's been there. Yeah. He's got the resume.
He's got the resume. He's known in Europe and he's known in England. So that's the only person I can say I can have that confidence. Say, bring him in. Don't waste your time on Dan Ashworth. Why should we wait 6-7 months to bring in people who ain't that great, man? Come on, let's be real, man. You just have people better.
Ivorian, you know what you're forgetting? We're the only country in the world that calls themselves great. So just remember that,
is it silly? If I butchered your name, I apologize, my guy. You says, paying 20 million for Ashworth is ludicrous. Here, the thing is, if that's the guy they've identified for whatever reason, go and get him. To me, 20 million, I'm not really fussed about the fee like that. If they believe he is the guy that is best fit for that position, I believe, as Omar Barada, someone's worked with him before who's been here. I could be wrong.
The only person I know is Southgate's worked with him. I don't know about.
I'm talking about players who were here. No, I mean, not players. Sorry, no. The hierarchy, not players. Hierarchy. It's Wilcox who's worked with Omar Barada.
I know he's good friend. Bradfield. He's very
If they've worked with him before and they say he's the guy, go get who you need to get. I've said this before. Whoever, because I'm not knowledgeable in regards to directors of football. We talked about managers and players needing a chance. Maybe Ashworth just needs a better opportunity because he has done well where he's been. So maybe being at Manchester United with the Manchester United resources, he could do better. I'm not against it. I don't think 20 million for him is ludicrous. I really don't. Plus, we don't want to pay it. That's where the issue lies. We don't want to pay the compensation.
This is the other thing I heard the other day, yeah?
Wait. Why is it? What's he on? What's he on? What salary is he on?
And Cecilia, you just said then the club will continue taking advantage of us if we pay 20 million. Flawless is the problem. What we're not paying the 20 million. That's where the issue lies.
We're not.
That's why he's on gardening leave, and that's why And that's why we haven't actually officially made him. Is it DOF we're trying to sign him as?
Yeah,
DOF.
This is the thing people are missing.
So we're actually putting our foot down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Eddie's still for an hour from here. So if you can get on, no worries. So we're doing what we've complained about Manchester United are doing. We've identified a target. We want that. Obviously, we've identified a target. They want us to pay 20 million, and we're saying no. So we're at a standstill. We're not paying the 20 million. So still, the club agrees with you. Paying 20 million for Ashworth is ludicrous. That's why they've not paid it. So we have to give the club.
Then they get it free soon. Then they get it like free when his contract. How long is it?
Yeah, his contract. I don't know how.
I don't know how much is he on.
We have to, but we have to give them. We have to, but that's on Newcastle. They can ask for what they want. But I have to give the club credit for moving properly because they've put their foot down and said no. That's why he is on gardening leave. That's why there is this standstill. So they agree with you, Silhy, paying 20 million for Ashworth.
Let's be honest, yeah. United fans are in an uproar about this. A lot of them. I see them on Twitter and stuff like that in different places. Mm-hmm. People would just think a little bit smarter. This guy could be working for us, but off the books. That's why
I agree.
People have got to look at them. Oh my God, it's not done. We haven't got this. We don't know. That's why Flawless. What you're saying is so true. Like, I just sit back and wait because then everything will just play out in the way it's supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, like there could be. I believe that Blanc and other people, they're working behind the scenes already.
Yeah, definitely. I believe so. I believe so. And
that's how business works. Yeah.
And I like this. We put our foot down in the negotiation and said, no, we are not paying the 20 million. Personally, I think if that's your guy and it's the DOF and he's the guy to take us to the next level, pay the 20 million. Because I think that's a very good fee to pay for someone if you believe as a DOF he's going to do a great job.
It could be a poker move. It could be a poker move because you say, without us paying money, show us behind the scenes what you already do. And then we'll look to get you out of the contract. You just don't know, innit? Like, you don't know. Like, so.
And Leon, you hit the nail in the coffin there, right there. You said Blanc.
Is it 10 hours coffin?
No, not yet. Man's excited, but what you said nail in the coffin. Yes, we haven't got the people there, but Blanc was a former director of football, former CEO, and he's overseeing INEOS's project. So he can technically step in while we're still waiting for these men to come in and do their job because he's been there and done it, So there is a bit of assurance there, but still, I still want the guys to come in and just start doing their job. But it's reassuring that you just reminded me that I forgot that Blanc is there. But it's reassuring to hear.
Because at the end of the day, look, what's the biggest thing? What's the biggest thing we've struggled with when it comes to transfers in the past? A lot of it has been the fees. We've overpaid, wasted bare money. I identified 3 players from the last window that we wasted. Imagine that. 3 players we wasted 150 million quid on. Do you know what I mean? You pay 55, 60 for Mount, you pay 40 odd for Onana, there's 100 straight there, and then you overpay another 50 million for Anthony over his value.
Don't forget Højlund, 75.
Yeah, so then there's another one. So we're looking at nearly 200 million pounds wasted, So why are they going to come out and say, hi, United fans, just to keep you all happy, we're going to tell you every move that we're doing? No, you're going to be talking to players and trying to do deals behind so nobody else knows, so nobody hikes the price up. So that's what we're hoping for, isn't it? But let's just see how it plays out. I hope that, I don't know. I mean, one of the next things I think we should do on some of the other streams is see what realistically, obviously I'm not going to tell you to do a channel, but how realistically, how many players can we get out and in this summer? Like, can we really do 8 or is it really good? I believe.
If we want to,
leaving on free.
If we want to, yes. If we want to get rid of 8 players, yes, you can. Is it tough to do? Yes. But can it be done? Yes, because we watched Chelsea do it last season.
Do you mean 8 without paying contracts out? Just smart business.
No, but we have those who are leaving on a free already.
Chelsea, we do have players with contract. Chelsea did it last season.
Chelsea, who do we think? Because Martial's gone, so I think Donny's going to come back.
Please. Donny has been confirmed. Your guy Fabrizio confirmed.
So you got Martial.
Donny's gone.
Saeed
was online the other day saying that he's there's no obligation.
But the point I'm making is you can get rid of anybody you want to, and even outside of that, forget even getting rid of players. I've used this example before. I use it again. Just because a player's at your football club doesn't mean you need to play him. Put him out in the cold. Don't play him. Cutthroat. Ruthlessness. Let's say, for example, let's use Donny as an example. Donny comes back. Donny's not a part of the plans, and we can't get rid of Donny van der Beek, which could happen. Okay, you know what happens during the season? Don't play him. He don't see first team minutes.
So he just goes.
He don't get on the bench. He goes, you go reserves. Because guess what? When January and when October, November, December hits, guess who's going to be angling away from a move? Guess who's going to have his agent working overtime to get him a move away if he's not seeing pitch from August to November? Donny van der Beek. And I guarantee you he'll find a move away. Remember this? Not with me and you, Leon, but I've already remember this. The whole Sancho situation. How many people was in the chat talking about we can't get rid of Sancho because of the amount of money he's on, or because we paid X amount for him, or because the number of his back, or someone can't, or nobody don't want him? How come he was gone with the swiftness? Yeah. So we can get rid of Jadon Sancho, but we can't get rid of Donny van der Beek. Or we can't get rid of Scott McTominay. Or we can't.
Who do you think that? Who do you think? So if we go because people are putting here
again, this ties into what I was talking about just earlier. What I'm saying, style. Who fits the style we're trying to play? That's what needs to back. Because I don't. No more clean slates. We're playing this style. Okay, you fit. You don't fit. Bye bye. Simple as that. And if we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more players, 15 players who don't fit, bye bye. You gone. You don't fit what we are doing here. We are moving in a new direction. And you don't have to go and sign 15 players. That's daft. You don't have to do that. But you can sign 5, 6 players, and then you bring for a few youth players. Calm. It's a high chance we play in 1 game a week. And even if we're playing 2 games a week, one's Europa League or Conference League. So it's not like we're at the creme de la creme or sat at the top table in Europe. So we can't play second string players.
What you should be doing is you should be playing your second fiddle players in that competition and then weeding them out. That's what you should be doing, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Big up to Corey in the chat as well. And yeah, Corey was still on links in the group chat as well. Well, that's where I'm at with it. So can it be done? Yes. I don't know why clubs have been, just because clubs don't do it, it's bamboozled people into thinking it can't be done. Chelsea did it. Chelsea cleared out pretty much their entire team last season. Look at their team this season and look at their team last season. Forget how they did it. Forget whether you think they've gone backwards. Forget where they are in the league. I'm just talking about the process of doing it. It can be done. And if you have serious people doing it who are very good at their job, you will be okay. We're not sat here, us three, talking about go and win the Premier League and Champions League. We're not even spoke about challenging for the Premier League or Champions League.
We just want a foundation.
Just that foundation.
Just a foundation, yeah.
I'm not saying the house has to be fire and it has to be 6 floors with 4 ensuite bathrooms.
No, just solid. Just give me something solid.
Just bring me a yard with some windows, a roof, central heating, hot water. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what we need, flawless, bro.
That's all I want. Just a basic yard. Basics. That's all I need in there. So I can function and do what I need to do. And then we move on from there.
So basically what you're saying is we don't need something that can weather a hurricane, but just the English weather.
Just the English weather. You know why, Leon? Because we are in no hurricane. You know what it's like being in a hurricane? Champions League and Premier League. When you're challenging for those. That's hurricane settings. We comfortable. We talking top 4, Europa League and Conference League. On accident, we're still in the conversation for Champions League. And we're in a minus goal difference and it's the 16th of April. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? And that being said, speaking of the 16th,
by the way, can I just say the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today. Both
flawless, man.
Big up the panel. I told as for
16 out of 10, man.
And that being said, people, links in the links. Big up Rhino in the building as well. Big up Rhino in the building. And that being said, if you are unaware, people, it's the 16th of April, and your 16 out of 10 t-shirts are available. Link is in the pinned comment, people. sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. That's sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com. Ladies and gentlemen, link is in the pinned comment. Great tees, 2 different designs, 4 different colors. Hey, go check them out at a great price of, you guessed it, £16, 10 pence. Ryan, what are you telling me? Are you good?
Big up. What's this, man? Did I miss the memo? I just came in. I'm hearing pause. I just came and I just heard pause again. Hurricanes and this weather and the English weather.
Right. Because what we were talking about, because Leon was mentioning about, all right, what's the process going to be like in regards to getting a load of players out and getting a load of players in? Yeah. And I'm saying you can get rid of players without getting rid of players. Same way we've all probably been here before. Most of you like in the chat, apart from Ryan, have probably been here before, where you're in a relationship and you broke up before you've actually broke up. You're still with her from a physical standpoint, but you are no longer in the relationship. Like that's what it is. That's what we need to do in regards to this. Just because a player is at the football, you're a Manchester United player in name only, in contract only, because you don't see pitch, you don't see the bench. Because like I said, if we start doing that and forcing players out, they're definitely gonna be on the phone to their to their agents and saying, "Get me a move." The same way the Sancho. How quick was the Sancho deal done? Fast. That loan deal was done quick.
The player wanted it.
Exactly. The player wanted it. The manager wanted it. The manager made it very clear, Sancho, you are not going to play. Sancho made it very clear, Ten Hag, I don't want to play. So both parties were like, you know what? Let's get you a move. And moved expeditiously to do that. And that's Jadon Sancho. So you're telling me we can't get rid of Scott McTominay? But Sancho can get a move to Dortmund. Come on, man. What are we doing out here? Anybody
but what if the difference between McTominay and Sancho is that Sancho actually wanted it and McTominay is just comfy, he doesn't want it.
That's cool. You know what we do? We make him uncomfortable. You don't even pay. You don't play. You don't play. You don't play
the youths.
I'm saying, facts. You go to him, you say, you are no longer a part of the plans of what we're trying to do here. It's best in the interest of everybody to find a new club because you're not going to play.
This is why I like Pep. Pep done that to Joe Hart. He said, bro, you're not in this team. Find a new club. That's what we need here.
To João Cancelo, who was regarded as one of the best fullbacks in Europe.
Oh yeah, I like Cancelo.
He's still balling out.
Exactly. You have to make it comfortable, and guess what? Then players will find a move. The reason why they're comfortable, you mentioned it there, Rhino, is because Scott McTominay knows he's gonna play.
That's the point I want to make just quickly before Rhino comes in. Is like this summer and now where we're moving is not just about players, transfers, and the people in the background stuff upstairs. It's about the mindset of the club changing as well. We can't afford to have seasons whereby you play because you play. Like it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. But like you play because
you're explaining Bruno and Rashford to me, bro. When you say that, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like the Bruno and Rashford club. Like there has to be we may have spent money on you, but you're not delivering up to the standards of what we require. Your mindset is not right. Your application is not right. So guess what? You're not playing. I watched the City documentary that I was saying earlier, and I'm watching the way that Rico Lewis broke through to the team, and Pep just gave him a chance. And there's one part where he walks into the change room. Not going to spoil too much, but he walks in the change rooms. After it was first half. Was it against Liverpool? No, it wasn't Liverpool. Anyway, it was first half of the game when they all played rubbish, and he basically singled out Rico. And you can hear Rico talking on the documentary like, I didn't really want him to put the spotlight on me, but he's saying this kid's 18 and he's setting the standard. None of you guys are. And then he just walks out. And it just gives, it's sick. When you watch him, he's cold. And like, that's what has to change at our club. There has to be it doesn't matter what your status is, how many shirts you sell, what you're supposed to be, You're not bigger than the club. And Flawless keeps talking about it, what is the foundation, style, mindset, and the way and structure we want to run the club? And that has to be the foundation. So when the UK weather comes in, we're not blowing over like it's a hurricane, innit? Do you know what I mean?
I just don't want the player power to continue at Manchester United, and it needs to be eradicated, man. That's the only way we can actually kick people out. We don't care about, my kids are settled into school. I don't care. Go. Like, but my wife really likes here. I don't give a shit. I want you out of this place. Like, your bags are packed. When you try to use your swipe card at the training ground, it flashes red. That's how much I want you out, bro.
I've orange. You know what's Joe? Most of the wives don't like it here. You always hear stuff.
That's his girl, bro.
When Di Maria's wife was like,
his girl too.
I understand. Yeah, you got the reason why I love Manchester is because I'm from Manchester, but I get why you would not. If you're from elsewhere, why you would not love it here with this weather.
I don't get that. Here. The weather, but the city's dope. So
the city's fire. But I'm saying the weather. If you've come from sun,
I hear that.
Is where does it not? Where is it just rain every day?
What they do? They're walking around like, where'd you get sangria? Not around here.
They're like, where's the sun? Like, it just rains every day. There's no sunshine out here. Like, nah, it just rains. Right,
I agree with that.
Yeah, it rains. I feel like
it's mad important for that culture, that vibe, the ethos of the club. When you walk in, there's no games.
That's the word I think I see.
Culture. Yeah, I see a quote from Pep. I think he was saying, "I'm the boss." Like, you know what I mean? And it's mad because we kind of got a little bit of those vibes last season from Ten Hag, where it felt like he was just the disciplined guy and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, the whole thing needs to change. Whether it's just the coaching staff, the manager, the DOF, you need to feel that sense of power in that building that, okay, you know what, we're here to do our job. We're footballers. We need to be serious. Our places are not safe as well. You know, if we mess about, someone else is going to take that spot. So if we can change that, you know, the foundation of the culture, that's when we're in the right direction. You know, even if other things don't change straight away. I think if I had to pick between, you know, like a style of play and like an identity or culture and ethos first, I think I'll pick the culture and ethos first. You know, you just fix the roots, change all the groundworks, and then build from that. You know, and then once the mentality and the vibe and the environment is safe, then you can start working on, you know, bringing in, you know, the quality of players.
But you know, the crazy thing is, Ryan, that goes hand in hand. Like you mentioned, you're not wrong. Like the culture and things of that nature go hand in hand with the playing style and what we do here.
Because that's the type of players you bring in.
Yeah. And again, people bear in mind how we've been here almost an hour. And not once have we spoken about winning football matches and winning games and winning trophies. That's how far we've fallen. That we're saying, hey, just set us up to try and get there again. That's why what I'm asking for is not that much. I'm not asking. That's why I'm not hearing any excuses this summer in regards to INEOS.
You know what it is, Flores? Yeah, if this was a classroom, the kids can go toilet when they want. They don't need no passes. There's no one in the passages checking that. Right, you got your pass and that. It's just free roam. These kids are leaving when they want in that. Oh, you know what? Maths next. I ain't going, man. Or what? You look going? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just toxic. So we need to fix up this. What does Eddie call it? Elementary school and college and all of that. You know what?
That's why. If you want to go watch the GA podcast, because Bearman are talking about GA, we know where that one is. It's the biggest one on YouTube, full of pagans. Go over that side, innit? Do you know what I mean? But this ain't the GA podcast. That's what it is, man. Man are spitting out GA and what club propaganda and all that. Yeah, nah. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't have time for that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Algebra, no football should be the name of that shit.
I said hella algebra, no football.
No football was found here. We just gave y'all the numbers and we said, yeah, if X plus Y equals 14 goals, he must be great.
Yes, Eddie, what are you saying, no family? You good?
Big up, Eddie.
Hey, man, God can't save these scrubs. Yeah.
Oh, that algebra comment done me dirty, you know.
Why did I hear that in a TLC voice for some reason? When you said that, I heard that in a TLC voice for some reason.
Was it the word scrubs?
Yeah, it's scrubs, isn't it?
Was it the word scrubs?
You know you're funnier when you're not on camera. When you just come out of nowhere, it's too funny, you know. Oh, I'm dead.
Eddie just hilarious.
X plus Y, then he must be great. I just done me there.
And then what's funny, and then I was just smiling, like just grinning, like gotcha.
Eddie reminds you of, you know, like when they have cartoons and they have like the devil on one shoulder and the angel on one shoulder. Eddie is the devil who just be saying that. Like he be saying shit I be saying, but he's like, yo, he's just like, yeah, fuck all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this. God can't save these scrubs.
Fuck all this. That should have been my tagline. Fuck all of this. Fuck all of it.
Like I'll say something, I'll be like, I'm being harsh, and he's like, no, you ain't being harsh enough. You right, you on the right track.
Can we get Eddie merch after the 16 out of 10?
Find it, yo. I said, God can't save these
if
scrubs.
You got it, if you all I gotta say is fucking scrub, bro. That's the mission. That's the aim. Fucking scrub. That's it. Keep it simple and short.
Yeah, but let me ask you, Eddie, do you think INEOS will keep Ten Hag next season?
Fuck no. No, they didn't seen enough. We all didn't seen enough, my brothers. Hey, listen,
I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right.
You seen how shook Buddy was when reporter asked him, well, you know, if Chelsea go above you, you'll be seventh place. And that will be, Buddy said, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Why can't you believe it? It's your fucking fault. You the reason for this shit. Mr. 613.
Remember 619.
619. Everybody in the 619 type 8 mile shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You dig? I'm done. I'm done, fam.
Hey.
That shit criminal. Absolutely criminal. It was so criminal. Jim might get him to do his taxes. That's how criminal it was. I know Jim.
Eddie, Ten Hag's moving like Cheddar Bob. You know when he shoots himself in the leg. Man gave him the gun. The United, he shot himself in
I
the
feel
leg.
like, hey, bro, I feel like we're disrespecting Cheddar Bob when we put Ten Hag in this shit, bro. Cheddar Bob had some integrity. He knew he shot himself. If you ask, if Ten Hag shoots himself, he gonna blame the gun before he blames himself. That's
yeah.
That's what
right.
Yeah, these damn bullets, they weren't fast enough. I thought I was gonna get the job done, but no, it didn't happen. So, yeah, fuck out of here, Ten Hag. Fucking scrub. Yeah, man.
And Eddie had the audacity to get up and say, I ain't answering this question, and leave the press conference.
Imagine. That's what I'm saying. You cannot save a scrub because the biggest power of a scrub is that he does not know he's a scrub. So he just goes out doing scrub like shit every time he gets an opportunity. That's what makes him a scrub. See, you're not a scrub if you understand. You know what? I just don't have it. In that case, you turn into a try hard. But scrubs at a baseline level do not understand what they are. So they be popping that hot shit. It's tough, bro. It's tough. But Ten Hag, hey, man, you getting exposed by dorks. It's tough for you, dog. When the dorks at the press conferences got your number, it's tough.
Them man on his case, you know.
They apply pressure, stress, flawless, stress. Buddy was like, yo, I cannot deal with this shit. Stress. Fuck out of here, Ten Hag.
Are you hearing the chat? You sound like the Barack Obama's anger translator from Key and Peele right now. Man, fuck out of here. Fuck out of this.
Fuck out of here. Hey, let me do it. Let me do it. I would be the reporter's angry translator, not Ten Hag's angry translator. I'm like, so you know, when you left that big ass gap in the middle of the midfield, what the fuck was you thinking?
Yeah.
What made you think that was gonna be? You know what? This is that's gonna bring Manchester United to the promised land. Let me leave this big fucking gap in midfield, and let me let Solanke of all people, a Chelsea reject, think he can talk tough. I'm not trying to hijack this show, but I just had to get this off my chest, dog.
No, get off your chest, fam. Floor's yours, man. That's what we're here for.
Solanke, you were never good enough for bum-ass Chelsea. Then you want to come out in the press conferences talking about, yeah, you know, we don't like just drawing against Manchester United. We want to beat them. Fuck is you talking about, man? Fuck is you talking about? Oh, I know what you're talking about. That bum-ass Ten Hag got you looking right. So every time you look in the mirror, you're like, yeah, I'm the one who's cooking Manchester United. Remember, I told you this. It's Make-A-Wish FC. Scrubs and bums play Manchester United, and they tell their girl, make sure you watch it on slow-mo. You can see me really cook these scrubs. That's what happened.
They make sure the work's watching.
The world's watching. Yeah. Man, they got their wife, they got their side chick, they got their side chick to the side chick. All three of them joints watching this.
I'm done.
It's crazy. Motherfucker got me fucked up out here watching this shit. At least I'm on African time, so it happens late at night. I get a couple of drinks in me, you feel me?
Do you know what's funny as well? Like, no, it's not funny, but that's annoying as well. These players that they elevate their social media profile. They're literally like, yo, wake up in the morning, I'll have 50K more followers in it because I'm going to score against United. Like Solanke, we made Solanke a star. We resurrected his career. Imagine that.
It's cold, dog. It's a cold world out there when fucking Solanke feels like the man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it's tough out here, bro. But yeah, INEOS, you got one fucking job. Omar, you got one job. Get this bum out of here.
Sack Ten Hag. That's where you're out with it.
Sack Ten Hag. You don't do that, now we got beef. Now I'm looking up every cartoon character Omar Barada looks like so I can refer to him as that cartoon character.
This guy's crazy, yeah. This guy is
tough, bro. It's tough.
It is. They have to, though. That's why I said I'm with you, Eddie. Like, if they decide to keep him on, I know they're not serious. And I know I've been saying this. I know I can mentally check out from the beginning of the season, from before we kick a ball. Like, oh, you lot ain't serious. I ain't serious. Let me just dunk on the ups. And I'm just here for, you know, to hopefully get through this, and it's not too bad. Maybe we buy some ballers, and there's just some talent out there who we can watch, and we can go, oh, yeah, he's cold. Like, the legit, that's why. Maybe we sign some good players. Maybe we do get a new stadium, even though that won't be next season. Literally, because we ain't doing shit if they keep him. We know you're not serious, and you're just here to say, like I said at the start of the show, oh, yeah, I'm part owner of Manchester United. It's just a flex. rather than actually making Manchester United successful. I know, and I'm blaming everyone. INEOS, Omar, Barada, everybody, if he is still here. Everybody. And all you Ten Hagers, even though it's not your fault, I blame y'all too. Legit.
And man can't even be on the Glazers train at that point because everyone's kind of accepted at this point that, you know what, we're looking at INEOS for it now. So, no, I don't think I've heard any mention of the Glazers. You probably hear someone like Nuruddin still mention the Glazers because he's
don't get me wrong.
He's fixated on that, bro.
Don't get me wrong with the Glazers. I fully understand.
We still care subconsciously,
like I'm Glazers out regardless. Like,
but it's the priority or force, isn't it? Yeah,
I know you ain't here to help, so therefore you are enemy and you are up and you are forever up. So that's why when we play badly, I don't blame you. When we play well, I don't blame you. We already know. We already know it's a wrap for you lot. You lot don't care about us. We don't care about you. We just happen to be. You're like, I don't know, the member of the family you get through marriage you don't fuck with. So you're here at the function just because you're married to my cousin or some shit. But we don't see eye to eye and we don't fuck with each other. So you stay over there, you stay over here. But INEOS, Barada, everybody else, you can fix this. And it's easily fixable as well. Because we're not asking for the world. Back to the house analogy, we ain't looking for a house like Leon said that can survive a hurricane. Just make sure it stands up. Make sure it's got a roof, some walls.
Let's test this theory now. What kind of house is United? What kind of house is United?
We're a house. We're a house. We're a house. We a shaky shed.
Nah, do you know what we are?
We a sturdy shed. We a shaky
United
shed.
is a bando. Yeah, run down. Yeah, makes all the peas. Yeah, makes all the bread and that, but just run down.
That's it. You
Eddie, what would you say? What kind of house are we, Eddie?
I dig.
You right, the bando thing, but we a bando that don't even make like bread like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we a bando that's like we even got a console there. Most bandos will have a console.
A little console or something.
Yeah. Most bandos will have like a P3 or something there.
You got Steve on the couch just chatting S like.
Yeah, man, just nothing, man. I'll say there's nothing in the midst. It's like, oh my god, just run down bando, yo.
I just see Man United as a storehouse, warehouse. Talk about it. You just put stuff in there. There's no windows, no doors. Just put your shit in there and keep it moving. That's how it seems like to me, man. It's not no house.
This is the fuckeries, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's a Trap House United. Before we continue, run up the likes. Make sure you share across all the socials. Subscribe to all the ManDem as well. Links are underneath in the description. And subscribe to the channel because we're like, how many we off? We're like 6 off 11K subscribers, people. So get us to 11K subscribers. And speaking to someone who is definitely on the case of INEOS and in particular Omar Barada, like Corey's in the building. Yes, Corey.
What's Corey Barada in that? What's up, Mr. Barada? What you saying?
Mr. Barada, welcome. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
All right, nice to be here, man. Nice to be here. I hear you guys speaking.
Oh, bro. Yeah, Corey, you gone?
Are you still here?
The real
Omar got his Wi-Fi.
Hey, he said, don't speak for me.
You're breaking up, Corey.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. If I speak.
What are you telling us?
You can hear Buddy? I can't hear him.
Nah, I
can't hear him. I thought my AirPods were tweaking.
The only band's going on is the Wi-Fi now, man.
I said the bands is the Wi-Fi,
It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's where we're at. Bear in mind, people, we've been here for over an hour and we ain't spoken about the game because you can just replay what we said last week and the week before that. Yeah, that's why we're skipping it. If you want to know our thoughts, wherever we said Brentford or Chelsea, just insert Bournemouth there. Wherever we cursed out such a player,
should we get this over and done with? How many shots this time?
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah,
4 shots, 5 shots. I can't remember.
Yeah, we were just awful, like legit. That's why we're not talking about the game because there isn't much to discuss.
And
Friday,
you know me,
we'll discuss Coventry. Yeah, go on.
I will be still complaining about Bruno and Rashford. There's no difference this week and last week.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you. What's up, sir?
Mr. Barada, we can hear you.
You know, it is my dad called me, innit? So
that's all good, fam. No stress.
But shout out to Pops. Yeah, so obviously I hear you guys speak, and I was listening, hearing, if Ten Hag should be sacked and that. Like, from what I've been reading,
No, Corey, it was will INEOS sack him is what we're saying.
Oh,
that
will
was the question.
INEOS sack
Yeah,
him?
will INEOS
Will
sack
he
we all
be
know
here
it should
next
be done.
season?
Yeah, will he be here next season? Basically, yes.
But you know what it is. Yeah, I had to have a look at how INEOS have run certain other things because, to come to Manchester United, I need to see good credentials, good business running from these guys. And from what I saw is they will implement a system and they will employ a manager to run that system. Yeah. So it could be a thing where Ten Hag may be there next season because they're trying to implement the system, and there's no point bringing in a manager that isn't going to implement the system. They haven't, they've only just got here. They've only just got here. So this is why I said 2 years. You got 2 years from me. I'd understand if Ten Hag stayed next season. Well, yeah, start of next season, and then left that season due to the fact that he couldn't implement the system that INEOS want, rather than you going to sign Graham Potter, and I know he's not good enough, but you've just made the change anyway. For me, it's a thing where I need the system. I just need the system developed and made before I've even started to look at the manager. The players are part of the system. That's why the players need to go first before the manager, because you can't have a system and workers literally just crap workers. It will never develop. It will never be good. I'd rather have good workers, a crappy manager, yeah, but I know he's gonna leave. Do you know what I mean? So, it's interesting with Ten Hag. I'm just more focused on the players, on who's going. I just see you guys mention Donny van der Beek, Martial. Those for me are standard goals. I'm not even. It's not even a United thing for them. I want to see other things. Show me something that, like a Rashford. I'm gonna say Rashford again because I really want him to go. I really want the
same. I think we're all in the same mindset. We want him out now.
You know what, Corey? I would say what's Corey. I would say what's realistic, because at the end of the day, yeah, with what you're saying, I hear what you're saying and all that with the manager and stuff like that. But it's there's two elements to this, yeah. By getting rid of him, is it damage limitation? Because right now he's damaging us a lot. The more he's here, the less motivated these players are. The disciplinary thing doesn't work if you're not getting results. The players that should be playing are not playing. Do we let that run on? Even though I do get where you're coming from, because a part of me thinks that they might keep him for a few months till they find that right man. That's a part of just what I think, not what I want to happen. And also, are you being realistic with the players that you're saying are going to go? Because I don't think Rashford's going anywhere. The contract's too big. Who's going to pay that money? His marketability brings in things. I just don't think they're going to do any of that. So that's what I'm saying. What do you think of that?
It's difficult because obviously I do low-key think Rashford's going to stay, and for Rashford to leave would be that would be a shocker for the season. I personally think for Rashford to go, but players in, I don't know, players that are still in their quote-unquote prime, like Bruno Fernandes, but are running low on their contract, they should be going. You've got, I want to see them actually, if I don't know, Glazers invested in a few players last season in Malacia. They had Mason Mount, a couple other people. I want to see Malacia go. Sell Malacia.
Oh, you don't mean Malacia? Okay.
Yeah, get rid of
really.
Malacia. Yeah, because for me,
he's not a priority.
Go on, but Glenland, I want to hear this though. Go
on. I just want to see them say, "Oh, okay, you know what? We've signed this person. It hasn't worked out. You can go now."
So you just want a more cutthroat approach to what's going on.
Yeah,
which I'm with you on.
Can I ask you a question on that though? What about, because obviously people go like Donny, Malacia, Amrabat. Obviously that's the bad example because he's on a loan. Players of that ilk, I use Amrabat, Sabitzer, Sancho. These are all in the same category for me, yeah, who haven't had enough game time, because I feel like in the modern era of football, people go, I've seen you play 5 games, that's it. Where I've seen other clubs bed players in over a season or two, play them in the right games, obviously the right system as well, we haven't got. But where comes for you where you're like, is it just the way Malacia plays, or like, I just don't think he's had enough games, bro. I think if you play him like 20, 30 games, I feel like, like, what do you think, Corey?
I hear it.
You know what?
But
Yeah,
Corey, what do you like about Malacia? Because he's only been out for the whole season. Last season, he was all right.
By the way, can I clarify? I don't think he's like a starter. I just think he's good squad addition.
I look at him like in regards to a backup left back. I just hope, I've said this about Malacia speaking, that there was something off in regards to the injury, and it was. I was hoping it wasn't more than that.
No,
I think he's back in training, but I do like the fact that we're actually like talking about him again. Like, there's been actual reports of him coming back, because the reports that the surgery went bad. Then there was reports of like he was having mental issues, like he was having issues
as well.
Yeah, like for a mentality, like from a mental skill.
I can't even say that, Dave.
He's having mental health
issues. He's running away from extra.
There was you better crazy with that. They were saying it was something. It could be mental health. They were saying it could be that too. I did see reports say that.
My dog in Morocco. Morocco.
Like I need the players to have to be mentality kings. Like I don't want these players to be like, but
Corey, can I ask you something? Sorry to cut you off here. Don't you think though that if we was to, I get what you're saying about keeping Ten Hag in a sense where fix certain things around him and then have a transition of him out. But don't you think that can still work if it was to get an interim where we know is an interim and we know it's someone that's holding the fort? And that, don't you think that will send more of a message to the players like, okay, you know what, Ten Hag's gone now? Because I feel like his environment, the environment he's what his aura brings is a bit toxic as well. His aura alone has clouded his club.
Is there
anyone but him just to prove a point?
You know what? No, Hansi Flick would be a great interim. And bear in mind, we're still on for a trophy. That's what I think people are overlooking. Like I've said, we should have got interim anyway, simply because it doesn't change anything in the summer on what you're trying to do. If we were to sack Ten Hag now, or we sacked him in March, or we sacked him in February or January, it doesn't change anything that INEOS are still doing, because they're still working towards goals. Like I said, what we should have done is sack Ten Hag, brought in an interim, had the new manager bounce, and still worked behind the scenes on what
flawless. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the name of the interim matters as much, because it's interim.
They could have went. And I just use Flick. I just use Flick as an example, but go get
for me personally,
new manager bounce, because you know what we could have done with a new interim manager bounce. One, been the FA. We're still in the FA Cup. That's still a trophy at hand, number one, and number two, we would have been in the top four. New manager bounce would have been in the top four. You don't think we would have been in the top five?
I don't know about the ManDem. I just don't know, man. I'm in doubt.
So you don't think? Again, we've seen these players do this though. New manager bounce.
How long does it last for? I see them have a new management bounce and then just go back to their normal settings.
But you don't have to be. Look how bad the league is. It don't have to be for a long period of time. It could have been a month and a half. How many points do we have? Top four? 10 points, 13.
I tell you what, we had an interim. We had an interim in Ollie, and we didn't make top four.
No, but we had an interim with Ollie, we had an interim with Ollie, but it was still we still performed much better though. Yes, we might have failed and missed out on top four. Bear in mind the league was more quality in terms of that, but still it was still good enough in regards to not good enough. Sorry, it was still better than what we were seeing. Miles better than what we were seeing under Mourinho. Like that's why he got the job.
It's bad. We're not this bad, yo. Like if you look at that Spurs team, you look at that Aston Villa, we beat twice. You feel me? We're not this bad. That's why I think the priority has to be the manager, because the manager is going to be the easiest one that you can get rid of at this point in time, who's led to this kind of issue. Like
that's been here.
Rashford's contract is crazy, like y'all have talked about.
Yeah, but we're missing it. It's not one or the other. It's both.
Oh no! I'm just saying pushing players, but I personally think that because when we sacked Ollie, it wasn't honestly. It was to get to a place that we thought Ten Hag could take us, right? If we were just okay with being a top four club, then we wouldn't have sacked Ollie in the first place, because although we were struggling, he got us top four a couple times. He wouldn't have seen it as that big of an issue. But because we're trying to do bigger than that.
Twice. He got a third and second.
Yeah. He got us so he was doing his thing. He just had a shitty run, because honestly, brother couldn't deal with Ronaldo if we just gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
He ain't what to do with that situation. So now when I look at the likes of a Rashford, I already know he ain't going nowhere. He can't. if I look at Bruno, he probably ain't going nowhere either.
Why?
So you have to be a manager who has the balls, and honestly, I think maybe the backing to say, you know what, Bruno and Rashford, you see that bench, get comfortable. Get comfortable.
And that's the next best thing to move.
That's the point you were making earlier.
And that's the point exactly was making earlier. Just because a player is at your club does not who you don't want, does not mean he has to. Rashford and Bruno do not have to start.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't have to start.
The manager showed you.
Well, here's the thing. They do if they're doing the right thing. So it's like, Bruno,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to just stop doing.
Of course, yeah. But this isn't capable. Like, you know, it's
You
just.
can't
But I get the
tell me
overall point you're making. Leon. I get what you're
Isn't
saying.
that funny with Bruno? How everyone just goes like, no one gives him a chance anymore.
Yeah,
to be
man,
like,
'cause we see these-
maybe he can play the 8 like Portugal. Everyone
Yeah.
goes, it's not possible. It's incapable.
Because people say, people use that. Oh, he plays well at international level. What
Who
Portugal?
told you that?
Sorry, hey, people in
Who
the chat.
told you
That's
that?
what people- you've
Do
been
we
here,
not see
Korean.
Bruno in the World
That's the
Cup?
biggest argument people
Hey,
say.
hey, but that's
doing
what
the
they say,
Spanish-
man. Look what he does for Portugal. And then I
Oh, well, against Luxembourgs and Gibraltar
man.
and all
Yeah,
that stuff. But when
exactly.
it comes to the real competition,
Facts.
he's the same
He be
Bruno
out
that I
there
see at
playing
Man United.
against people who work in supermarkets, plumbers,
get me?
content
No, but
creators,
let's
all
give,
that
let's
type of.
give,
He played
um,
against us.
Content creator for
let's give-
Gibraltar.
Hey,
Like, let's
facts,
be
if
real.
us- hey, if us
guys,
six
guys,
had a-
let's
hey,
let's
yeah,
give
go on.
Neji your respect. He's world class. Let's give Neji your respect.
That's supposed to be your boy. Look how you doing him dirty.
How you gonna do that?
Look how you doing it. Look how you doing your boy dirty.
You know what? We're
yo.
having a
Your
debate.
guy.
It was around my yard. It was around my yard one time. With literally, and I had to stop. I was like cooking in the room. I was like, "What? World? What the?
Yeah, that
huh?
people just be saying anything.
So,
Like,
fam, what are you? What are
hey,
you
if us,
thinking?
hey, if us six were of Luxembourg descent, we could play for Luxembourg.
Hey, no.
On my life. On my life.
I like my chances.
On my life. If I was, I'd be like, yeah, let me pitch up. I could definitely play for Luxembourg, 100%, without doubt. So what are we talking about? But that's what people will say. Like in regards to it. But back to all jokes aside, back to it. Just because Rashford's here don't mean he have to play. You don't mean he have to start. And that's the next best thing to selling him. I'm not even talking about moving on Rashford and moving on Bruno and moving on everybody. In the ideal world, yes. But the next best thing is you see way too much of the pitch. You're on the grass too much. McTominay last season. You know why we didn't complain about him last season? Because we barely see him. McTominay was not a topic of conversation last season. Because you had Casemiro in front of him, Eriksen was in front of him, Bruno was in front of him. Who else played in where Fred was here as well? Like we barely seen him. And that's what it was. It's off the bench occasionally. And that's the point that I'm making. When you start playing these players who are not good enough consistently in the first team week in, week out, that's when it becomes a topic of
big
conversation.
Message you send, you know? Big message you send to the club.
Yes. Yeah. And Eddie says, if I saw your 6 in Luxembourg shirts, I'm calling matching fixing. Hey, man, let us get our bread, man. From the Luxembourg, you know what I'm saying? FA. Yeah, go on, carry on, Eddie.
He made Sancho's life a living hell. Managers have the power to do that. And when they do that, they force your hand to go ahead and say, yo, I need to get out of here.
Yes.
If Rashford does not feel appreciated, which I hope he doesn't, because, brother, you're not appreciated on this side, he will ask for his release. He'll say, yo, get me to a fucking bigger club that can, appreciate what I bring to the table, who can't question my commitment, even though it's in the fucking bin. We've all seen it. Shout out to Ivorian for the 4K analysis of that absolute scrub walking around the pitch. You love to see it. But yeah, bro, it's real easy. Like the fact that people think, that players can't be moved, I get it. I honestly get it because of the financial aspect. But hey, man, I've seen people do crazier shit for less money. Simple and plain. And
and Eddie, you spot on, making it uncomfortable. And you know what the craziest part is? Cristiano Ronaldo's a prime example of that.
Yeah.
The biggest one.
He drops my man. Yeah, bruv. So he can really do it if he really wants to.
That guy wanted to leave.
And that's any manager. That's not just Ten Hag. That's why I don't hear the excuse of, he has to play such.
No, that's put it back into context for me, Flores. I just deeped it, bro. Yeah, no, there's no excuses, bro.
In my man, because you've done something like that, and like, why do you?
Bro, I didn't deep.
Playing these players. Why are you
playing?
playing?
So that means Corey. So now we know he really wants to play them. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he really wants.
Why I don't hear the excuse of the players not being good enough and player power. You are giving them the power. because
Man's
you
deep
can
in it.
take
I
away the
swear,
power
dog, deep in it,
from
dog.
any player. Player power is a myth.
Yeah.
Managers can take the power away. Where Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most powerful people in the dressing room. Why is he in Saudi Arabia right now?
Bruh, I had a coach.
Up,
right?
bro.
The coach. We was playing basketball. It's a different sport, but it's kind of the same principle. I had a coach, right? We was winning. We was blowing teams out, but he didn't like the way it was going down. Bruh came to the locker room. He told us, y'all think you fly. Well, I'm the one that's going to cut y'all wings off, bro. I'm the one that's going to cut y'all wings off. Y'all think y'all fly? I'm the one that's going to cut y'all wings up. And he meant that shit. And you know what that led to? That led to people who was scoring hella buckets. They was on the bench the next game. Because he's like, I'd rather lose my way than win your way. And that's the thing with Ten Hag. He got Bruno in the fucking captaincy. He got Rashford after benders in Ireland with mid-waitresses playing on the pitch the next day. You can't make this shit up. There's nowhere for him to hide.
Facts.
It's all on the manager because we played the same way we've been playing his first season. We came in third place. This is the first year he actually tried to implement his style of play, his culture, and we're in fucking 7th. You can't save him. No one can save this guy.
Facts. 100%. And to De Niro, who says, but who would you lot play over Bruno? I understand. In regards to in the summer, you bring in a player, you play Eriksen over him, or if you really want to do it, you could play a 6 and 2 8s. And you play whether it's Casemiro in the 6, Mano in the 8, and somebody else in the 8 as well.
No, do you know what it is, De Niro? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I know De Niro's running jokes, but like people genuinely believe that. You know what I'm saying? But we have to, man. You got Timo Werner running around on his wing. It's calm.
Do you know what it is? I feel like people just need to. For the people that genuinely believe that, I feel like it's more of a scared of change thing, man. Come on, bro. I get it. There's certain little things that Bruno had last season in terms of like little things you could bring, but realistically, that it's a detriment to how we play. Like, it's not enough. He's not doing enough for him to secure his place. Let's take him out. Let's put someone there that can just do the basics, and that will help us overall, man. Simple, man. Bruno's a big name, captain and that, but bruv, it's a detriment to our club, man. It means nothing.
It's a detriment to the fanboys, man.
Yeah, sure, De Niro. Yeah, it was a serious question. Yeah, so Eriksen can't run and what? Like, he's a 10. I don't need him to run.
Thank you.
I don't need him to run.
Thank you.
Why does my 10 need to be mobile like that? You said who am I playing over Bruno? Eriksen. Or
as a 10,
find somebody.
And Flawless, why does he not need to run as a number 10? Because he's playing at the top, and all he needs to do is be creative and use his mind and make the right passes and know when to enter into the right spaces.
Yes.
And execute. And that's why I was pissed off when I never saw Bruno get taken off against Nottingham. I mean, against Bournemouth when he was supposed to be sent off. And the game before that, where I thought, bring on Eriksen, play him in that position, and let him dictate the tempo, let him dictate play, let him be the playmaker, because he's a far more better playmaker. This is a player that we had last season who outshined Bruno in the assist. Before he was injured, he was on double-figure assists.
You know what it is?
Assists.
Ivorin, yeah. I think Ten Hag is worse than Tony. He's worse than Livermental. He's a serial gambler. Do you know what I'm saying? It's because he sits there at the roulette machine saying, "Come on, black." He's gambling, bro. Rolling the dice. His eyes, his beady eyes, like, yeah, come on, like. That's Ten Hag, blood.
And you know, man's like down like 10 bags, and his bedroom's asking, you need to stop, bro.
Yeah.
And
just he'll get the Liverpool 4-3, then he'll hit the belly for a bit, but he doesn't realize he's still in debt. He's getting gassed off that feeling of, yes, I just won, like that. Bro, he's a serial gambler, bro.
And Tadero says, I promise you put Eriksen in the 10, the conversation will be the same in my opinion. And if that goes the same way, you get another 10. And then if that don't work, you get another 10. And so forth until you find the right one. You continuously chop and change your team. I even saying it's Eriksen, you asked for a name, but I just threw that out there. But we should be signing in that area because we're short in midfield anyway. We're short in midfield.
Big up Kaneki though. Kaneki said the gambling thing as I'm deep in it. It's true.
So like,
Kaneki.
So like that's what it is. Yeah, go on.
ACGI. Anybody can get it. If you're not good enough, get the fuck out.
That's legit.
It's that simple.
We've
already established Bruno ain't good enough.
Yes.
If Eriksen establishes he ain't good enough, he'll get the fuck out too.
Yeah. And bear in mind, I actually think he should be back up, just to clarify. I've said this about Eriksen. He should be a squad player. he should be back up, like in that area in regards to a 10. I'm just talking. Oh, I'm not talking about right now in the summer. I'm just talking about right now. Even right now, give him a run. What's the worst that he can do? Is he performs terrible? If it's the same conversation, cool. It's the same conversation for 7 games.
Yeah,
because we got 6 Premier League games left and the FA Cup semi-final. So let's say we put in Ericsson and he's awful for 7 games. We've watched Bruno be awful for 70. So
I doubt Ericsson can be awful for 7 games in that number 10 position. I doubt it compared to what Bruno's giving us. Because
you know why? He's an actual 10.
We're putting up with, guys, man. We're putting up with this nonsense, bro. Nah, man.
And to football Ballon d'Or, he says flawless Ten Hag is not getting sacked before we hire Ashworth. Whether that's the case or not, the two shouldn't be linked. That's my point. Is the two should not be linked. We shouldn't be waiting on Ashworth to decide whether we're sacking Ten Hag. No, that decision.
And Ashworth won't be the guy that makes the decision.
Yeah, like he'll be a part of it. Like he'll have his say, but that should already be sorted out. You know what I'm saying?
That's Mr. Omar. Yeah. That's Mr. Omar.
Yeah, that's Mr. Beretta. Curry's guy, bro.
Listen,
at least we got the CEO taken care of. Like I think Flawless and a bunch of people on this panel, that's why I fuck with this panel. The CEO will set the template of what the entire footballing structure is supposed to look like. And most importantly, what the vision of the football club is supposed to be, how we're supposed to be. So if Murata comes through and gives an actual bulletproof plan, Ashworth is just a piece in that plan. But he's probably already picked the manager, right? Because he understands that I might not have Ashworth when I need it. He got Wilcox, who he's worked with. And so the institution is there in the background. Now, we just have to see these decisions that they're making. Thanks. And so the Ashworth thing, I guarantee you, Ashworth is already, quote unquote, working for United. I guarantee you, because they got him on, what's that thing y'all call it?
Garden leave.
Yeah.
If he wasn't on that, it would have been, business as usual. He just would have been going to Newcastle, seeing what other gambler they can get on their squad. Shout out to Nolly. But hey, we move.
I like legit. That's where I'm at with it. These things.
Tonali, that's what I was meant to say. That's a Livermento, isn't it?
Tonali, yeah. Talking about Tonali, but yeah, like that's where I'm at with it. These things don't go hand in hand. They shouldn't be. All right, we need to sign this player, or in regards to what we're talking about, this person in this position in the hierarchy to go and get it. No, the decision needs to have been made on the manager. Has it been made? Who knows? Because we have no previous with INEOS. That's what makes this so much more difficult to try and figure out. With the Glazers and previous regime, we know where they stand because we've seen what they've done with previous managers. However, with Ten Hag, we don't know. But I would say they want their own guy, because that's just most people who take over something. Most people who take over a football club want their own manager in charge. But we will see what happens. And in regards to, someone asked a good question earlier. Let me get to it, actually. Hold up. Jordan S. asked this earlier, said, Flawless, would you take going out to Coventry if it guarantees Ten Hag is sacked? No. I value trophies over everything. So still win the FA Cup. Because people were like, because Prime tried this. Someone's like, was saying, I don't want Chelsea to win the FA Cup because then it means Poch stays, which I think is just foolishness. And the reason why I think it's foolishness is because if a manager's not good enough, eventually he'll get sacked. So that's why I don't worry about that. Run me the FA Cup. Someone's like, would you lose to Coventry or lose the FA Cup final, and that guarantees Ten Hag to get sacked?
No, come on, man.
Run me the trophy.
LVG got sacked for winning the FA Cup.
Exactly.
So
we gotta keep it consistent.
And to a couple other things before you go, Eddie. If the INEOS and the whole board go, well, if Ten Hag wins the FA Cup, we're gonna keep him. If they're banking it just off that, we're screwed anyway. If that's their thought process, we're fucked regardless.
By the way, is this true? Bash has put a thing saying Rashford. I don't know if I believe these things.
Let me see. What's he saying? Big up the ManDem. Have you guys seen the Rashford confirmed news?
What's the sauce? What's the sauce?
No sauce.
He's talking ketchup, man. What's the sauce?
Saka sauce.
That would be everywhere, man. Said Saka sauce. That's a good one. Maybe you said shout out Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And that season over in 4 or 5 days. Shout out Arsenal. Well, the Arsenal fans who told me, I was wrong and I was hating and there, and you got Mikel Arteta and hashtag pray for Bayern and hashtag the stars are aligning. Hashtag pray for Bayern. Hashtag the stars are aligning. Best defense in Europe. Gabriel Magalhaes. William Saliba.
They got Bailey though.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out Bailey. Shout out to y'all.
Hey,
Havertz, best forward line player in
Trust me,
Europe.
man.
60 million down the drain. Declan Rice and blood clot peas. All that stuff.
Steamed
I'm
rice.
pissed though. I was
Steamed
pissed. I can't lie.
Nah,
Man,
even steamed rice, man. They even
Look at
steamed
me.
rice,
Man's even
Nah,
hearing
nah,
that there's
nah.
a bottle that's looking for a job, fam,
Yeah.
and there's vacancies at Arsenal.
Yeah.
What's going on with that bottle?
Lewis
fam?
hit the nail on the head, man. It's not steamed rice, man. It's Declan couscous, man. That's what it is.
Man said Declan couscous. Oh,
Nah, yeah, big man thing.
It's Declan couscous, man. Declan shout out Lewis, man. When he said that, I'm back again. I was howling, yo. Man said Declan couscous, yo.
Love this game. I love this game.
Declan couscous. That's what he said.
Hey, that's
Yeah, you lot
nice.
out, man.
Liberties.
Hey, Eli, you
Liberties,
just gotta take the bullets because you in the car, unfortunately. But yeah, all you Arsenal fans, quiet now. I was hating because United were bad and I was miserable, and you gonna win the Prem and the
No, but
champs.
I feel this. You know, makes it more funny as well. Even though, like I said, I want Arsenal to win the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny for me is the way they kind of switch and say, "Yeah, man, it's Arteta." Like they switch is such a switch. Like they go from so confident and the energy's different. We're different, but the moment it goes against them, the switch. You will never think they said what they said last week. It's like a different
you know what that
personality flip.
You know what
It's
you call
mad.
that is? You know what that is? That's that Kool-Aid come down. You know what I'm saying? Once you stop sipping that Kool-Aid, them withdrawal symptoms is different, fam. Them withdrawal symptoms is different when you stop sipping on that Kool-Aid. And these lot have been injecting that on the IV drip. You know what I'm saying?
They Kool-Aid got half a bag of sugar, so that come down is crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
That's crazy.
That Kool-Aid is crazy. They drank it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it, Benito. We weren't even favorites. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's blame Zinchenko. Blame Jesus. Now Havertz is not good enough. Yeah, Eli. Hey, yo, but it is that post-nut clarity facts. You know what I'm saying? And that. They can think clearly now.
I'm
That's
not
what it is.
involved. No
That's
Diddy.
what I can see clearly now.
No Diddy, I'm not involved.
Hey, that post nut is people. Hey, nah. Listen, trust me.
Hey, that will have you thinking clear.
Listen, if you're not in the field and you're not doing certain things, make sure, and you're not sure about something you're about to look up or hit up, just do the post up because trust me, clarity.
Just be careful out there, man. Innit? Think about it clearly. Don't be looking like these Arsenal fans looking in the sky for stars. Don't be looking in the sky for the stars aligning. Look at what's in front of you. Don't be looking up in the sky.
The worst is when it hit. The worst is when it hit, and then you glance over, and sometimes she might make eye contact, sometimes she don't. And then you just gotta look at the wall. You just look at the wall like, God damn. God damn. Never
No, do you know, Eddie, do you know what it is? You look in the mirror, you look at yourself and think, look at me. Look at this. You're just disappointed. Look at me.
You're just disgusted with yourself. You just disgusted.
Or like it's like when you're on a diet.
Are you happy?
Yeah, when when you're on a diet, yeah, and you eat that fast food and you just look at yourself and think, look at me, I'm just so disgusted with myself. Look at me.
Look at me. What are you doing?
You're sick.
You're sick. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look at me.
And Arsenal fans, that's how you lot are feeling right now, because you lot drank the Kool-Aid.
The way it is crazy because Arsenal fans still sick. And then they'll do it all over again. And then they'll go back and
Corey, you know what the crazy part is? We're gonna be back here next season and they gonna drink the same Kool-Aid.
Hey, Arsenal, a Safa power vibe.
They did it last season and they've done it this season, man. And the thing is, they gonna do it again. You know what it is? It's like selling Jordans over and over again with different colors to these men. It's the same shit. It's the same shoe. Just one's red and white, one's blue and white, one's red and black.
Stay out there buying see-through Jordans from the trunk of some sketchy brother. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Yeah, Eddie, they just out there just buying fast tickets to see Fast and Furious.
Hey, Ivorian, do you remember back in the day the Akis when they used to do the Aki traders back in the day? I don't know if I don't know if that was outside London as well.
Shit going on, yeah, bro. We had the Samoan homies bringing out SpongeBob Jordans out the trunk, thinking they was real. Bro will come to school with his SpongeBob backpack, his gangster ass SpongeBob and SpongeBob Jordans, thinking that shit was real, like he was cooking. Dog, the days, fam.
And that being said, Speaking of Arsenal fans and stars are aligning, Tony, hope you're good. Everyone, make sure you subscribe to Tony Cloud Gunner TV.
Yeah, big up Tony. Big up Tony.
Make sure you subscribe.
I watched you and him on a show that I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
That was a
the
good show
comments.
still.
Yeah. Shout out Tony. He's
yeah.
here every week on
Big
the
up
United
Tony.
Arsenal show, and he says, "Yeah,
Hold that!
United fans talking about the great Arsenal."
Hold that! Sorry, bros. He just has to hold that.
He has to hold that. Hey, Tony, you still winning the Prem. You still winning the champ.
Exactly. They've never been able to answer it confidently all season as well.
Tony
might
Tony
do.
did. In Tony's defense, he did. Yeah. He was a Kool-Aid distributor. Yeah. His face was on the ball. Like he was
jumping to the walls flawless. He was jumping to the walls saying, "Oh yeah."
That sugar. That sugar high.
Hey, the task force are out for him, man, because he had some extra ingredients in that Kool-Aid. The task force are looking for him right now.
And that being said, even though we're here talking about Arsenal. Yeah, go on, Corey. Go on.
These guys off stream, like my brother and kids, from Big Six Bands, like catch them off stream and they talk the most.
The reality hits Corey, innit? It's mad.
So you mean what they say on stream ain't half of what they trying to knock off it?
Bro, listen, I overhear because my house is like the walls are like they're thin, so you hear things, innit?
Yeah.
I'll be hearing my brother speaking to kids like, all right, you know what? If we get to here, we could do this, we could do that. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, you wasn't speaking like that literally on stream. You wasn't saying that. But what's going on? Like, they've got their little cliques, they've got their little groups, they all roll the same, they all speak the same. Like, when you see them on stream, they're different people. They'll be like, I don't know if I'm going to win this. But in the back of their minds, they're thinking, I'm doing this. We're winning this.
Yeah, man,
can't wait. Joke, man.
That's what it is. And that being said, just because we're talking about Arsenal, we ain't getting rid of you. Get what I'm saying? You hashtag do it for club merchants. We just forgetting about you.
Oh yeah.
Club. Yeah. Do it for club.
Hashtag do it for club, and they're going to be fighting for club for this last season. Yeah, swan song, mate. Yeah. Well done, mate. Got clapped by Atalanta. What are we talking about?
The only thing Klopp bringing out of this season is that you said the chance he got. That's it. Him and them Bugs Bunny teeth got going to retirement ringless.
Jez, of course, spinning around the block because they told me do it for club. You know what I'm saying? A certain person on Big Six Man said, we're winning all four. Winning all four. Someone said Jurgen Klopp's
winning the quadruple.
Jurgen Klopp's quadruple chasing Reds. That's what I heard.
This is typical Liverpool, man. This is so bad. Why is that defense so bad? Why is it so easy? That's what I've seen in all the reactions. Why is it so easy? Why?
You have to scoop easy. Like Carragher says it.
Yeah, they be like, That's what it was. It was do it for Klopp. Do it for Klopp.
Jürgen,
you're not killing me. I need a
you guys are not rolling your tongues, but Jürgen.
That's what it was.
It is. Liverpool fans are they're passive aggressive. Like they will claim victory, but then they will slyly say things, but not exactly say it. So you can't go out and say you said this, you said that, because they didn't actually say it. So they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't actually say that, did I?" And I'm like, "Well, you did intention, like you were good. Like I know what you're saying, and you're gonna turn around to me and say I didn't say it, but I was saying it at the same time." Like Liverpool fans are the worst. They're the absolute worst, absolute scrubs. A lot of them.
Just like their team, you know what I'm saying? Just like their team, and the Crystal Palace again. You know what I'm saying? Again, Crystal Palace. Again, did you? I'm saying it was do it for Klopp. It was 4 trophies. Now it's 1 Carabao Cup. In his last season, in his swan song, is that how you let man go out? At least Fergie went out with a Premier League. You get what I'm saying? In that big bad boy Premier League, went out.
The realest to ever walk on 2 and call himself a Premier League manager.
One Premier League title in 9 years. 1 Champions League in 9 years. One of everything. Buffet settings. That's you, man.
Buffet settings.
No, it's not even a buffet, because buffets you can get as much as you can. You can get 2 or 3 Champions Leagues or 2 or 3 Premier Leagues. This is just 1 a plate, bro. This ain't no buffet setting.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
How can you call it a rivalry? It makes no sense to me. How can you call your thing a rivalry? When every single time that you come second, guaranteed you're coming second. Like that's not a rivalry to me. At least Arsenal actually won a few, more than one.
Corey, do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a relationship.
Bro, it's so dead. It makes
If you
no
know,
sense.
you know.
Like, it's crazy, bro.
I got you, Rhino. I got you, Playboy.
Hey, Ryan wouldn't know about them ones, though, innit? Ryan wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know about that one. He wouldn't know
Ryan
about
won't
that one.
know. Ryan won't know.
Speaking of Ryan's
By
story,
the way,
but
can
here
I
we
just
are.
say the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Flawless, man.
Right,
Big up the panel. As for
It's that smirk at the end that gets me. Man thought he landed well. Like he thought the plane landed on them.
Hey, word to Traps, that is that 10 HAG press conference Riz. And that being said, speaking of 16 out of 10 people, 16 out of 10 t-shirts available. Link is in the pin comment at a great price of £16 10 pence, people. £16 10 pence.
Brother, I know you lying. I know
Go click the link in the pin comment, Eddie, and see if I'm lying. sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com, people.
Wait, is it there? Wait, no,
yeah, man. It's in the comment, man. Do I lie? Do I lie? You know what I'm saying? Go to the shop.
Right, 16 out of 10, bro.
Right. Hit my line. We finna get a percentage off this motherfucker. Hit my line.
Yeah, I'm saying, Eddie, I got you, man. 1.6%, man. That's where we starting and ending the negotiations at. But yeah, sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com, ladies and gentlemen. That is sarcasmcitytv.myshopify.com.
The only thing you'll be disappointed is postage is not £1.60, guys. I'm sorry.
yeah. Unfortunately, I wish I could have done that. But yeah, people, 2 different designs, 4 different colors. All the information is on there. It's only available in the UK currently. Worldwide shipping will be available shortly. The date is on the site. I believe it's the 22nd of April. We will be dispatching on the 19th of April. All of this information is on the website. The email to help is Sarcasm City. What is it? sarcasmcitytvhelp@gmail.com for all inquiries, queries, questions, etc. We got you. I'm saying, why am I a demon?
Why did you not go for like contact or info or something? I went for Sarcasm City Help.
TV help at gmail.com. That's what it is. Because then people know what it is.
Wait, does that mean Ryan gets his own Ryan at Sarcasm City? Like,
no, Ryan gets what? Ryan gets what? Bear in mind, people, the email is sarcasmcitytvhelp@gmail.com. That's again, that's for all questions, queries, all queries, all questions, anything like that. Yes, Ryan, you ain't getting paid a penny. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you want to cop, like I said, for 2 different designs, 4 different colors, make sure you check it out, people.
No, it's all good, Ryan. We'll donate your 16.1% to charity. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
man. It's your 1.6% will go to help. Because you know what? Certain people need help. People who say shit like this.
By the way, can I just say the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Big up the panel.
Nah, do you know what is fluent? It's the face you make as well. Like, oh shit, did you really say that, dog?
Look, Jan City's got a migraine when he said that, bro. I see him holding her head like this. Like,
you know what it is? Where he goes, big up the panel.
Big up the panel.
Big up.
You know what you should do?
I said big up the panel because Jez wrote a comment and I was just trying to keep the show moving. Because bear in mind, what people don't see in that clip is he interrupted me to say that dumb shit. I was trying to get to something, and he interrupted me to say that foolishness. And people want to blame me. Word has it, Jan City still not moved, but we move anyway. We move anyway.
Ultimate faces. I ain't putting them.
I know. Play the other one. Play the other when he lost his composure.
In itself, bro. Jan's face is a meme in itself, bro. Like when women hit that face, you've reached another level of their nervous system.
The migraine, bro.
It's crazy. They start rubbing the temple a little bit.
Yeah, she was just like, this nigga.
You need to run. You need to call the police. That's it. That's it.
Call the police.
Call the police. Help me.
Help
I'm telling you.
help me. Yeah, but that's someone who can't be helped. But yeah, like I said, link for the teas, people, 16 out of 10 teas. Only be available for a month. In the what's it called? It's on the website, people. Link is in the pinned comment. It's also underneath in the description on this live stream and all the rest of the live streams.
And also big up Ryan, because we couldn't do this without you.
Yeah, we couldn't.
Yeah. You actually, you know what? You actually came up with something. You know what I'm saying? You actually was of use on accident. You are Bruno Fernandes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know when he just overhits a pass and it goes in like against Liverpool. You actually on that note.
Brian, you can say it happened 3 years ago, right? But even on TikTok, they get songs from 3 years ago and make them Johns a hit.
Yeah.
So it's bound to happen.
And
it just happened to you, Playboy.
He says, imagine being sad enough to buy a shirt saying 16 out of 10 for saying that happened 3 years ago. Only nerds would buy it. Imagine being nerdy enough and stupid enough to say this dumb shit.
By the way,
do it to yourself, big dog.
The 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
I big up the panel. As for
do you know what I want to ask Ryan? Yeah, what I want to ask him is what. So you don't celebrate when Liverpool last won their trophies? No, you don't celebrate that and still talk about it now. What? Yeah, what was that? What was the last time they won it? Like 19 or something? 1920, what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, exactly, and he still talks about it.
Also, was there a thank you, you're so sweet? Because I don't know what happened after you dropped
Nothing happened after that, man.
That's so cute.
Nothing happened after that, man. Nothing happened. Why are we doing, man? Nothing happened after that. I was there. Nothing happened after that at all. What are we doing here, man? And you know nothing happened after that.
Listen,
you know nothing happened after that.
I just want to know.
Next time you go to the club, ask the next chick. Do I look familiar? Well, you know, I'm the 16 out of 10 guy. You feel me? So
exactly. There we go. But we close. We closing out anyway, heading over to Rance's stream. So all I need you to do, because every time we raid now from Sarcasm City, wherever we go, we put 16/10 or 16 out of 10 raid. That's how we raid from now on. 16 out of 10 raid, 16/. Hey, Leon, don't shake your head. He did it to himself. Word to Eddie. But anyways, we are closing out. Love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City.
Buy the merch, people. Buy the merch.
Big up for tuning in. Merch is in the pinned comment. Salute.